Hello, I am Prophetess Charlene Michelle Jackson. I am the wife of Michael Joe Jackson, known by the world as Michael Joseph Jackson, the King of Pop. I have been watching a lot of the videos, and for all of you, I am the woman that is behind Michael Jackson is innocent. Michael Jackson is innocent forever. I have a Google channel, a YouTube Google channel that is in that name. I am Mrs. Michael Joe Jackson. I opened up a Twitter account for the same reason, and it says Michael Jackson is innocent as well. This is very important to me, and it's very important to my family, the Jackson family. We are tired of it now. I mean, think about it. How much are you going to continue to do? How much defaming of our Michael are you going to continue to do? I am so offended, and yet, in the midst of all of this that is going on, there is some salvation in it, because this is a time when people who love Michael Jackson, the King of Pop, are rallying together against the ones that are in support of Leaving Neverland. I can be angry, I could be nasty, I could be mean, I could scream, I can shout. It's not going to do any good. I can scream, stop Leaving Neverland now, and it doesn't do any good, because HBO and Time Warner, they've decided to release it anyway, to air it anyway. I never thought that we would come in a time where people would take someone who's done good deeds, someone who is an advocate for children. Yes, Michael has gotten countless awards on top of awards for humanitarian. He's been labeled the true humanitarian. He's been acknowledged in the Guinness Book of World Records for his humanitarian deeds. We Are the World. We forgot all about that, right? We Are the World grossed over 65 million it grossed. That money went to take care of and to provide food for those children that are in Africa that are starving. What More Can I Give was a project that Michael created. He wrote the song, and that song has been used for many different things. It was used for the tsunami. It was used for the problems that were going on in Africa. My husband stood up and he went to Washington, D.C. and had a meeting regarding Ebola and the effects that it was having on killing people in Africa. He has spoke with the United Nations. He has done all kinds of great things. He got an award given to him posthumous at his funeral. You understand, at the Staples Center. Michael has done so much for so many people, and yet now, where are you? Where's your conscience? Michael did good deeds. Michael gave millions on top of millions to charity, and he's still giving to charity right now. You understand? 20% of his estate is going to charity. That's huge. That's huge. Even in death, he is still doing humanitarian deeds. Now ask yourself a question. If I am a young person and I'm living in Australia and I look up to someone and that someone brings me to the United States and I'm given the opportunities that I'm given to become the person that I became. A director, a choreographer. All of these opportunities came to you. You came here as a little boy. Your mother pushed for you to be successful, and Michael did too. But Michael also asked your mother to let you have a childhood. In the midst of all of the climbing up the ladder in the industry, Michael was more concerned about you having a childhood because he didn't have one. Now, Save Chuck, you were given an opportunity too. And you were in the industry and you did what you did. Now, you both felt that you were compelled to defend Michael in 2003 through 2005. You also defended Michael with the allegations in 1990s. You stood up for him. Now that he is gone, you feel now you can use him to make money. Association is a killer. Michael would have never known that you would do this, that you would betray him, that you would make him look like this demon. He is not a demon. I did not marry a demon. I married a good man. And to prove it, I'm right here in this house that I wanted, that I was given at a time when he didn't have money, when he was going through it, his financial issues. He took the time to help me. Who does that? Help a woman that just, and you know, the thing is that people wonder about me, but I'm not going to talk about me. I'm here to address Oprah Winfrey. Oprah, you went to Michael's house. You interviewed Michael. You know, if you wanted to know about pedophilia, you would have asked it, right? You are a victim. You talked about abuse. You were abused as a youth. Michael was abused as a youth. Whether it's sexual or whether it's physical, child abuse is child abuse. You hear me? Child abuse is child abuse. How do you sleep at night? How do you look in the mirror now and accept the woman that you are when you have turned your back on the very one that was abused as a child? Michael was abused as a child. And when you are abused, you don't go and abuse somebody else. Because the pain, the horror of being abused stays with you. It stays with you and it never goes away. I was abused as a child. You understand? My mother was my abuser. The one person supposed to be nurturing, the one person that's supposed to take care of you and keep you safe, abused me. And you don't get over that. And you don't forget that. And you know that is the one thing that brought Michael and I together. The fact that I was abused and so was he. My God, you had a forum, you had a place that you could have stood up and spoke up about the atrocities of what children experience when they are abused by people that's supposed to love them. You, I can't believe you failed us. I can't believe that you failed us, Oprah. We are important. The true abused people, not people that sit up there and lying about it. These men are sitting in your presence, lying. If they were abused, they would have tears streaming from their eyes. They would have some kind of pain in evidence showing. Wade didn't show any of that. I looked, I saw. He didn't show any abuse. He didn't show any abuse. He didn't show anything. He didn't show no pain. And say, Chuck, oh my God, he didn't show any either. What is wrong with you? Have you forgotten what happened to you? Have you forgotten that you were abused? Have you forgotten? Because you did not stand there as an abused woman. You didn't show us an abused woman. You showed us a woman that did not care. How could you do that to us? You stood up on your show and you told us of what happened to you. And in a time of Me Too is not about people taking advantage of it. Me Too is about victims standing up together and sharing what went on to them. I am reminded of that little girl that was locked out of her house because her mother didn't want her there because she looked like her dad. I'm the little girl that was outside of my house hungry when all the other kids would go in for dinner. And I couldn't go in and have dinner. I was the little girl that if I went outside without my shoes, I had to walk around with no shoes. And if it got cold and I didn't have a jacket because I was out there for hours, and it got cold and I didn't have a jacket, I had to deal with that. My brother and I were abused. And then I took my children to visit my mother and she beat my son with a broomstick. You gonna sit up here and trivialize the abuse? How could you do that to me? It's like you victimized me all over again. How could you do that to us? The real victims. The real victims. We are not pretending. I'm not pretending. I was abused. And I had to turn around and forgive her and love her and trust her with my kids. And then she turned around and beat my son with a broomstick over a bleached towel. My son is a good boy. He's always trying to clean. He's always trying to help people do good things. He just washed out the tub. He sprinkled something and he didn't know it had bleach in it. And when he went to go and dry it out with the towel, it bleached her $12 towel. And she beat my son with a broomstick for it. Man, when my other son, my oldest, got in an argument with his cousin, my mother jacked him up by the throat right in front of the refrigerator in her kitchen. You don't understand. My mother has also abused my daughter. She bathed her, scrubbing her hard. Do you understand? I don't want my mother to have anything to do with my children other than hello. And I want to be there. I will never leave my children alone with her, even though I told her I forgive her, even though I told her I love her. My mother is in the church now. She's a changed person, but I can't forget what she did. You hear me? She's a leader of the church. She's changed her life. And I'm having problems with it, okay? But the point I'm trying to make is you were wrong. You had the chance to really talk to those men and let them know how serious this is, to pretend to be a victim, to pretend and to do this and to sashay around. They have smirks and smiles on their faces. And you stood there aligned with them, and said, we're going to get it, you know. I'm going to get it and you're going to get it. This is bigger than Michael Jackson. No, it's all about Michael. It's all about him. You put a victim as an abuser. Shame on you. God is going to deal with you. God is going to deal with you, Oprah, who don't believe in God, who don't believe in Jesus. You believe in the universe. You're going to pay for what you've done. Thank you. Thank you for abusing me again. Thank you, Oprah.